first one is concentrating on marketing and economics of a grid connected PV system. So till now, from the first module to the fourth module, we are mainly concentrating about the first, what is solar energy, how it is reaching the earth, what are the different terminologies. And next we started up finding how BOS system should be, what must be the inverter, then what are the different types of inverters, then modules, then cells, how to form a string, how to form an array. Then in the last module, okay, third module, we concentrated on calculation, how to calculate maximum voltage, minimum voltage, temperature efficiency, then how many strings are required to operate your inverter in a healthy operation. So those kind has been carried out in module 3. And module 4 mainly concentrated on troubleshooting the system, how to troubleshoot each and every parameter, how to observe it, and how to record each and everything in your logbook and the manual the manufacturer when they provide to the customer, and the designed values, and how installer should operate, how warranty will be taken care of. So these kind of systems we have discussed till now. So let us assume now everything is done. Finally, the marketing is very, very important. If you make any of the product, when you say yes, everything is fine, you can do the sell. You can product can be sent to the market. So in that case, what you have to do? First of all, you need to give the public publicity. Yes, this is our product, this is going to work like this and all. You have to use some of the strategies. That is small products and all, okay, fine, people will go for like, okay, 50% discount means first they will give a try, okay, 50%, no, I can use like that. But here in that sector we are talking about a power system. So marketing and economics of grid connected PV system, this is completely with the higher economical strategy of a government. It is not of an individual. So when you say energy utilization in Karnataka, energy utilization in India, energy utilization in world, so these kind of sectors we are going to take it. Individual consumption, that is only for paying an electricity bill, but overall generation, overall consumption, we are considering in particular region or particular states. So now we have to think about how we can do the marketing strategies. Who is responsible for making it? Because see, initially investment is too highly for this. So just for 1 megawatt, if you want to generate, your investment is almost 1 crore. 1 crore is not a small amount, is it? So by seeing the name itself, we say, okay, no need of going for this installation. So in that case, somebody must be there to push it out. Yes, you can do this. We have this much of advantages. They will provide this. So this inputs has to be needed. So considering that in a technical form, what and all comes to the parameter of marketing and economics of grid connected PV system, we are discussing here. That is one of the major point. Then next we have a case studies where case A to G, some 5 different cases of installation has been given here, so that we can carry out. So each place, as we are knowing, there are different types of mounting system. There are roof mounting system, similarly ground mounting system, then direct mounting system, and different kinds of cells are available. Some are fixed type, some are movable type, that is a sun tracking system. So how they are using it in different places. So that example has been taken and given as a case study. And of course, in exam also, they can ask any of the case study to be right up in the system. So that will be discussed. So I think that will be look like, okay, already studied concept has been showing in terms of pictures. How much like you're going to get the accurate values, how much value of a panel we are installing there, how much it is producing, how much is this interconnected with your grid system. So in exact values, we are going to find it in the case study. So before that, we'll go for this marketing. So where we have first is introduction, then PV system costing, valuing of a PV system. See, next we have all are called schemes, different schemes. So in that cases, we have a simple payback and financial incentives, simple payback and feed-in tariffs, loans, renewable profit standards, and renewable energy certificates, rebates, tax incentives, marketing, insurance. So these are all almost technical terms where you are going to use it for the solar energy. Okay, so we'll go with the first topic. Yeah, introduction as well as a PV system costing. So here we are going to mainly concentrate about what you mean by payback time. So before that, in last semester, you guys have studied solar and wind energy. We have written the term called EPP. So expected payback period. And if any of the solar plant, if it is installed, so we expect minimum 2 to 3 years. Minimum 2 to 3 years, your installment amount has to be returned back. Means after that, whatever you get, that will act as a profit. You're trying to get the profit soon in a years, because if you consider 25 years is the warranty of your solar panel generation, but I can't wait up to 25 years. If you invest, I want minimum 5 years, let it be. After fifth year, so let us consider farmers. So now people are going for ArcNet and all. So it will take some 3 to 4 years to grow up and start giving the result. So once it is done, initially the people are investing lakhs together every year. Hope any of your agriculture people are there, you can see that. So they're spending every year without any expectation. Then after fifth year, the yield will going to give almost in terms of 1 acre if they have that ArcNet field. So then they will going to get 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs. So they invested already. They invested almost 5 to 6 lakhs for the good growth and yield to be done in early days. So what will they get after 4 to 5 years? So they're going to get first 2 lakhs, then 3 lakhs, then 7 lakhs. So these kind of variations. So next, whatever they get, that will act as a profit. Of course, if you have to do the proper maintenance again, same as a machine for agriculture field, you have to do it. Similarly, here also in installation, we are going to calculate how many years it will take to complete, to clear its installment amount, like initial investment amount. Then when it will start for going the profit or revenue generation for the government or revenue generation for the individual utility person. So here they're going to say that the number of years the system will take to pay itself off. We call calculate the payback time. Of course, this will be done in the next slides. We'll see. Like an emerging technology, PV requires support in getting off the ground. With every system installed, the industry is learning and creating a competitive and innovative marketing that will be drive prices down. And it's like in the market, if any only one product is available, means of course we all will go and see this is the only one availability, how to take it. But when you have a multiple choices, then people will just see to that um, which is better, which is reasonable. Why I should go for only that brand? Why can't I change it? Is it everyone have their own choices? So when you get a multiple opportunity or multiple options, people will just thinking. Then in out of that, we have to select only one. So it is like you're, of course, you're all SVCNs, right? You're chosen SVC when number of colleges are in Bangalore. But why you're chosen SVC? So that marketing strategy, maybe it was impressed you people. Maybe the infrastructure of the college has impressed you, or like other output like placements or company hiring, startups, entrepreneurship, which is happening in the SVC. Maybe it attracted you because until unless you come here, you don't know what is the groundwork. You just see the posters, just see what work has been done, how many patents are there, how many funds has been received in that college, what is the placement facility, how they're boosting the students to go for higher studies. So these kind of marketing strategies, the people are using it. Now I'm only saying about one college. Hope now you can see most of the faculties, they're putting the status. They are advertising their colleges. So similar way here also, because of a multiple number of products of a same kind. PV cell means I don't have only one brand company. I have number of companies. So due to that, say I cannot rise it to 10 lakh or 20 lakh. So I need to think about it. Okay, where I can minimize, how I can attract the people. Of course, cost is also one of the matter. Okay, so but you cannot compromise in the quality also. Quantity is fine, quality is also fine. So that's what they say. We every day it is like learning and creating a competitive and innovative market. Hope day before yesterday also you guys got one. Like I think yesterday night, sir was sent. The date was extended to July 8th. Some competition has been given, preparing the video making and as well as the brochure. So that is again, it is one of the marketing strategy. They will take up. So now you are going to say, yes, I'm preparing some poster for this advertisement. I'm going to do this. So they're creating it. And of course, 22nd onwards, overall, we have a Toyacothon. Hope you heard the term Toyacothon. First time they're conducting. So again, that is also one of the strategy people are using it to brand something. So here, when you have a number of different kinds, we have to think it in a what can be the innovative idea, how I can attract my customer, and how I can make the system reasonable. So these all the things has to be considered. That's what I say, innovative market that will drive price down. So earlier when your dad used to have a mobile, he used to have Nokia. I think only Nokia we are first seen the mobiles. So after that, the people are starting it with a different. Now everyone have their own specific mobiles. Is it? Some people are good with Samsung, Nokia, I don't know, so many Redmi, different kinds. I think more than that also you are having a higher end mobiles. So that's what we again you'll compare the quality and price. And then the support currently available to PV is often in the form of financial incentives available from the governments and utilities. So here in your PV system, the first thing is when you go for installment, and particularly that is installed and connected to the grid system, means it is a huge amount. So we prefer somebody has to be financed system. So here major incentives we are expecting from government. Similarly, if any of the utility, because they will get some of the profit if they invest at the initial stage. So that's what they say, final incentives available from government and as well as from the utilities. This greatly decreases the payback time and can make owning a PV system a profitable and secure investment. This is like just take an example of your vehicle. Okay, so some cab driver, let us assume some cab driver, so he is going to purchase one vehicle for a loan. So first to 1 to 2 years, whatever he earn, he will going to give it to the, he will going to pay to the bank itself. It is act as a loan. The 30,000 every month he is going to pay it. Let us assume within 2 years that amount will be cleared. Then what happens? That vehicle will be his own. He will going to own that car or a taxi, whatever it is. Then remaining rest of the years, let us think some 10 years, he'll going to run that vehicle. You can assume what is the profit he can get it. So he feels secure, right? He will say, I am the owner of that vehicle. Next, he'll whatever the profit he get, there is no need of giving to anybody. There is no other person or other boss to take care of that person to give this much of money every day or monthly. No one is there. So minimum first 2 to 3 years, what happens? He has to pay. That's what they say. The payback time will decreases, and definitely what happened? Make owning a PV system a profitable and a secure investment. Okay, so then marketing PV system is also covered, including the unique advantages of PV system, common barriers to the widespread use of PV, and ways in which these are being overcome. So these are like technical part. See, no one is interested to go for a new things every day. See, in our houses also, right? If you are going plan something else, you'll ask your dad permission. But your dad already 10 years back, generation gap, normally it will be there. But still, the experience is huge than the kids what we are having. They will give you the suggestion. See, this is good, this is bad. What you will do? Choice is yours. So similar way here also there are variety of marketing strategy. We try to go for the older version because we have a very good feedback. Okay, my family members are using Samsung. You can see complete family members if they're using Samsung brand, and everyone wish to go for because they know there are something good qualities in it. But if somebody comes and say, hey, this is better than that, then again they will not accept suddenly. They'll wait for some time. Okay, we'll see what happens, what is the condition, what output it can come. So this changes will be there. That's what they say. Marketing PV system is also covered, including the unique advantages. You have to say this is eco-friendly. If you spend at the initial moment, after 5 years, you're not going to pay electricity bill. So these kind of things, if you say, they will say, okay, fine. See, life insurances, we people are going for it. See, initially almost 20 years, we people are paying when we are young enough. But we don't know, fortunate, if you're old, if you're going to enjoy that amount, that is really good. But if somebody else was enjoying, how you feel? Is it? So similarly here, they have to specify what advantage are after 45 years you're going to get lakhs together of amount, your life will be settled. Okay, that makes you sense that at the moment, okay, why can't I invest now? Because I have an energy, I have a time. If I invest now, in my old age, that will be helpful. The same way you have to create the unique idea for marketing the products, and you have to create some awareness. So if you do this, you will get this benefit in the future, and you can replace it if it is not working. Those people will come and do the servicing every time. There is no need to pay the amount. So these kind of words will make you okay. Why can't I try? Because new things people will not accept so easily. You will ask so many questions. Why, sir? When already this is there, why? So these questions definitely it will hit. It is not of educated or uneducated. If they want to buy some product, they will ask so many people. Similarly, if you visit any of the doctor, let us assume it is some big issue is there. So they will tell you tomorrow only you have to take emergency operation. Will you go for it? No. People will say, we'll go for second opinion. We'll go for second opinion. So you'll take that. If not, what happens? Okay, maybe it may be sometimes it may be wrong also. So that's what always we take the feedback from others. What can be the best? So then you'll go for your own choice. So same way here also you have to create the marketing strategy, and you have to make what are the unique advantages when you use the PV system, how friendly it is, how benefit it is. So these kind of widespread is very much needed. Next, ultimately the PV industry is aiming for grid parity, because individual houses fine, of course individual houses, particularly in rural area or islanding area, so we want to go for the solar panels with a battery backup. Hope you already know standalone PV systems. But the construction as well as components which we are using is the more, because we have to store extra heat in one of the dump, and as well as you have to use the battery chargers, and battery chargers also, as I said yesterday's video, so peak hours, if you're going, it will be charged, and extra again it will be available, so that should be stored. And again if battery is filled, then again it should be stored, that heat should be stored in some of the dump in standalone system. But next to that itself we went for this grid interactive, extra power after the charging of battery also if it is available, that should be given to your grid system, so that what happens, it balances. Whenever you don't have a power, the grid will going to compensate. So here grid parity occurs when the cost of the electricity from a PV system is equal to the cost of the electricity from the grid to the final consumer. So here there should not be a discrimination of power which is supplying to you people. So we say cost of 1 unit is 3 rupees. So it may be from the PV or it may be from the grid, the cost should be same, because electricity is same, right? It will not be different. So in that cases, your value, whatever you say it as a cost, it should be same for your electricity which is available from PV or electricity which is available from the grid. That's what they say. The grid parity occurs when cost of the electricity from PV system, means your PV panels, how much they produce, that must be equal to the cost of electricity from the grid. Maybe grid in the sense it is not only accepting your PV panel outputs, it is going to take your thermal, nuclear, hydel, wind, different powers. We don't know what is the source we are using it. We are getting electricity. So cost should be equal when you reaches the consumer. Next, grid parity is highly dependent on local factors such as the cost of the PV system and the installation, as well as solar radiation, that is local solar radiation, local electricity prices, and so will occur at different times in different countries. Definitely, right? So here also, see, I hope you guys have heard about tariffs. So there are variety of tariffs are available. So being a small house, we are going to give 3 rupees as a cost. Let us consider SVC. It will act as a small scale industry. Their cost per unit is different. It may be 5 rupees. And similarly, let us go for still more medium scale of industries. Their cost will be different. Means after some 20 units, again the cost will be raised. And large companies, because they're going for high voltages. So in that cases, their package of tariff will be different. That's what they say. This parity, because in the first statement I said PV panel output cost and electricity which you are getting from the grid cost should be same to the consumer. But here they're saying it is different because your location, radiation or like a irradiation, whatever you get, and how much you are getting it from the source. So that all matters a lot. That's what they specify. A grid parity is dependent on the local parameter. What exactly the cost of your PV, how much array are installed at the beginning, and how much solar radiation is available, and for that area what is the electricity bill. See, because electricity bill is not constant everywhere, is it? In Delhi the cost is very less, you can assume, because this was a troll page we used to see every time. There is no generation points in Delhi, but still the cost of electricity bill is less. But in Karnataka, what is happening? We have a generating station, but still we are paying huge. That and all, like revenue generation, tax formation, the government is doing it. But technically, if you think, of course, we are generating, means the cost should be given by the consumer should be very less enough. But these are all the government strategies, the people are doing it. So that's what they say, local electricity prices, and so will occur at different times in different countries. It is not constant. I cannot say India is having a constant electricity bill. So it is expected to occur in many development nations with the next decade. Means they're trying for it. Of course, I don't know when it will going to happen. Next, as the financial benefits of installing a system are a priority of many people, it is very important that the designer is familiar with the local PV system incentives and able to give the customer an accurate assessment of a system payback. A list of sites containing information about the financial incentives offered for PV major English-speaking nations. So this is like, as I said, this book is written almost 15 years back. So in that cases, most of the developing countries were not having this renewable sources, solar, wind energy and all. So that's what in the beginning, it was giving a priority, like let us assume some small businessmen. They're attracting those kind of a people and they're giving the idea, sir, if you install this, the government is going to provide this much of final assistance and you're going to get a incentives. So other than this, better example, in your family, any of you are paying LIC. LIC amount paying is different, but LIC agents will be there. Everyone, as anybody knows, in our or else in your family group, anybody is acting as a LIC agent, guys? Anybody? Okay, but your parents are paying LIC. You can just talk to them. So the one person will be there as a mediator. We call that as a agent. So he will make one policy means. Let us assume a small kid. I'll take Nikhil itself. So Nikhil dad is going to make an insurance for Nikhil and in the name of Nikhil. So Nikhil was just 1 year baby at the time. So now he is almost 21 years. So his dad did in the first year of his Nikhil birthday, let us assume. So till now, they are paying, of course, they are paying some amount as LIC premium that is of 2000 per month. But whatever they pay, in that some 2% or 3% of incentive will go to that agent who did that mediator person. He will going to get incentives until unless Nikki going to get the amount, those persons are going to get the amount like incentives. So in that same way, here the government is giving the option. If you install, if you're going for this PV panels, then you're going to get this much of assessment. Payback time will be there. This will be the recurring amount you're going to get it. So that this is actually one of the marketing strategy itself, and they're going to attract the medium sized scale people where they can go for investment and broad, like they're going to think future. Okay, if I invest 10 rupees today, so can I get 100 rupees in 2 years? So these kind of mentality the people will be there, so they're going to attract them and they're going to familiarize what and all the policies are available, what and all the incentives they can get it, and what is the actual playback time. See, nowadays if you're going for anything, any investment, you will start asking, let us assume I'm going to take a loan from a bank, 2 lakhs I'm going to take it, and my salary is just 25,000. Okay, so they will ask you, sir, how many years you are going to plan? I say, sir, 2 years. 2 years means they will increase my premium. If I say 3 years, premium will be less, months will be more. So they will tell you, sir, first month this much 7,000 you are paying, but that is on just a interest. Then after 10 months, you are paying with this much of interest. They will give you the clear picture how much you are paying, how much you are clearing with the actual base amount. Okay, so clarity will be there from all the, or let us assume 3 years means 36 months, right? So 36 months, how we are going to divide the total 2 lakhs and how it will become zero. Everything will be given clearly. So similar manner here also, those people are attracting the people and giving what and all the like incentives will be available, how you're going to get the payback assessment, in which duration, those kind of specifications will be given for the you can say medium scale people who are working. So this is one of the graph you can observe here. Solos from analyst says 2006 under 40% of Bill Gates. So here you can see how the people are started using the system. So you can see kilowatt of peak hour every year, how it is changing. You can go through it: 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. So in this, PV is expected to achieve grid